In this video, we're going to be getting an update on one of the most exciting and innovative privacy projects going.
Take the first step towards online privacy. Get NordVPN.
Hi, everybody, it's Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with privacy and secret profits. I have with me the Executive Director of the Secret Foundation. We're going to be getting an update on what is happening with Secret and also what is Secret. Now, before I introduce her, please subscribe, follow me on Twitter, CryptoRichYT, and join my official Telegram announcements channel. And if you're watching this on YouTube, come over to bit.ly/CryptoRichOdyssey or bit.ly/CryptoRich3Speak. These are censorship-resistant platforms, and you get to earn crypto on both of them. Hey, Lisa, thank you so much for making yourself available.
Hi, Rich. Thanks for having me.
You are so welcome. And you are the Executive Director for Secret.
Yes, I am. So I'm the new executive director, relatively new. My background is in crypto, well, in big tech. I was a developer for Apple first. Then I led digital acquisition at PayPal until 2017. And in 2017, I tried to talk PayPal into getting into the crypto space. And as you can tell, I was not successful. So I parted ways and I went to work at a little company called BitMEX, which then became quite a large company. And then after that, I was COO of Shapeshift. So I've been in the crypto space for the past 6 years.
Oh, wow. COO of Shapeshift. And,
Yes.
and with BitMEX and everything. That's quite a journey from a developer at Apple.
Yeah, it is. So
Bloody hell.
now I do everything. I don't just stick to developing. I don't do much coding anymore, and I don't even stick to marketing. I'm an executive director, which means I have my finger in all the pies.
Wow. Okay. That's quite something, quite a journey. All right. Well, good for you. Congratulations. Now, the Secret, we'll talk about what Secret is in a moment.
Yeah,
You're
yeah. So
Executive Director of the Secret Foundation. How is that different from Secret? What's
So the secret ecosystem has always had, as many layer ones do, has always had a technical arm, which is Secret Labs, and a nonprofit arm, which is Secret Foundation. I've taken over the Secret Network Foundation. We've had to do some reorganization due to legal constraints and things changing in the US around crypto. But essentially now we have a new foundation, and I was hired in May to lead the new foundation. We are crystallizing what our purpose is, but I can tell you that it is all around building the ecosystem for Secret Network. It's about supporting developers to come into the space, which is, the confidential computing space, and also to be the technical kind of big sister, I would call it, who helps you get through your technical difficulties, technical support, and the experts that help our developers to overcome hurdles.
Okay. Now, this is how I understand it, right? The relationship between the three. So you got Secret Network, which is the blockchain, the code, which is open source. And you've got the Secret Labs, who are the team that keep working on the secret code for that
Yep.
blockchain and developing it. And then your Secret Foundation supporting the growing ecosystem, which is all these other projects that come along and say, okay, we'll build this application on the secret blockchain and we'll build this application. Is that right?
Yeah, you got it.
Yes, I have been a proud and happy holder of CRT Secret, the token for the Secret Network, since 2018.
Wow.
Yes,
That's an OG. That's great.
that is an OG. I'm a secret OG. Okay, now for people who don't know or are new to crypto, because I think people are going to be coming in as we're at this point in the 4-year Bitcoin halving cycle with a halving in April. And if people don't know what that is, I did a video about that fairly recently, so please go and check that out. What is the Bitcoin halving? But a layer one, so Bitcoin is just a currency. It's just a payment. It's digital gold. This is a very simple way of looking at it. But layer one, like Ethereum or Secret, is programmable money. That you can give instructions on what to do with the money and when and how and stuff like that. So So it's another development of Bitcoin. And then
Mhm.
secret is layer one, like Ethereum, so you can build applications. But secret is privacy focused and secretive. Do you want to say a bit about how that works?
I would rephrase that a little bit because we're moving away from, being privacy focused because
Right.
privacy in blockchain has some overtones that are not necessarily applicable to us. So we are about confidential computing. So you mentioned that there's Bitcoin and then there's Ethereum, which is programmable smart contracts, EVM. And then on top of that, you have an additional layer, which is private programmable smart contracts. So that's what we provide at Secret Network. We allow people to do privacy-focused smart contracts, which means that we keep the data safe. We make sure that all of the private data is kept in a trusted execution environment. No one can access that unless they have the specific key for it.
Right. And then that can be given to, say, auditors or for commercial purposes. A business could give it to an auditor or something who can then just check. But you don't necessarily want everything open and available
Right.
because competitors could know, okay, you're doing this with the secret network and you're doing that, or we'll front run you. So it
Yes.
prevents that. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to let us know about the structure of secret, just so people can get a basic underground understanding? And I'll have all the links if people want to go investigate it further.
Yeah, sure. So in the past, there was another leader of Secret Labs. So there's a new CEO of Secret Labs, and there's a new executive director of the foundation. So it's really the beginning of a very exciting new thing. And I would say that what we're really focused on is refreshing the grant program. We're also working on Secret Ethereum, we call it Secret Ethereum, which is essentially our ability to provide privacy computing as a service to EVM chains. And we're using, I'm going into a little bit more about the technical details, but that in terms of the structure of the foundation, I just want to make it clear what our purpose is. Our purpose is really to provide privacy as a service to everyone in blockchain. I'll go back to what the analogy I use. A lot of people say, it's the blockchain wars right now, right? We're all competing for who's going to win. But I don't think that's the right analogy. I don't want to be in a war. What I think is better is we're all really focusing on what our core strength is, where our skill set is, and our skill set is in private computing. So we can dig deep into that. We can provide the very best of secure technology to keep things confidential and keep things secure and encrypted, and then we can provide that to everyone else as a service in all the different chains. So
Right.
that's what the foundation exists to do, is to help everybody to build privacy. And I want to say more about that too in a minute.
Okay. I mean, the privacy as a service for EVM. So that would be Ethereum, Polygon, Arbitrum, and Near Protocol. All of
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
having what Secret Network offers in terms of
Yes.
programmable, optional privacy. Because sometimes you go to, well, I suppose, like you said, commercial confidentiality. That's
Exactly.
that's a big
It's
deal.
optional. Mhm.
Okay, very good. And then one thing I want to let people know is that if they want to get secret, one of the places to get it is from Osmosis Dex, but also Secret Swap, and there's other dexes, decentralized exchanges for Secret Network and the secret ecosystem, and they can find out through the website, which I'll link to in the description below, and then you can get staking rewards, which I'm getting for staking
Mhm.
Secret. Okay. Anything else you want to let us know, and then we can talk about what you got coming up?
Sure. Um, I want to talk about privacy as a service and why it's so important. So, in the blockchain world, so we've been in the Web 2 world for ages. Well, ages in today's accelerated pace, right? Decades. So we have Web 2, and we expect our data to be kept private by these large corporations, by these large intermediaries. Although we know there's a lot of leaks, they happen. And how often do we get an email saying, your data has been leaked, we're offering you this free identity protection service, right? But so it's not a reality that our data is protected, but it is actually the intent, and it's our expectation that our data will be protected, where our privacy is ensured. No one can steal our identity because it's all kept close. Now we bring Web3 in and we bring blockchain in. What is one of the major things that makes blockchain interesting is transparency and its distribution. So now, if you think about taking our data and distributing it everywhere and making it completely transparent, that's a bad thing. That's not a good thing. But I don't think we recognize, in general, it certainly took me a while to think about it in these terms, that we're giving up so much by having transparent blockchains running all of our processes. So, privacy as a service is essential for blockchain to be adopted by mainstream industry. If we don't have that privacy, mainstream won't be able to build the things. We can't build medical applications with patient data. We can't build Uber because everyone would know where you were at all times and how much you paid for each ride. Like there's a lot of taken for granted privacy in our lives that will suddenly just evaporate without our really realizing it. So it's up to the developers who are building these applications to think about privacy. And I feel like that's my job in the world, is really to talk to developers and let them know how important it is to build with privacy as a foundational element, rather than building something and then realizing, oh wait, this won't work. We've got to do something off chain to keep things safe.
Yes, yeah, no, absolutely. So, say with the Uber example, well, another company could come along and say they'll be able to see all the data, undercut, steal some of the information, use it themselves.
Right.
It just isn't going to work. And
Yep.
without, you and I were talking before, and it's without privacy, there's no freedom. No
Yes,
freedom without.
exactly.
If I
Right.
cannot withdraw from the public sphere, well, then I'm forever being surveilled. I have no freedom from being
Yeah.
surveilled. And I think that works at a much larger level as well. So what Secret Network provides is the option to be confidential when needed.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and you can share your secrets. Here's the secret key, and then you can go and have a look.
You share your secrets with whoever you want to and whenever you want to.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. All right. So what else, or what have you got coming up?
Yeah, so we're very excited about our recent partnership with Octopus, because they're essentially what we're using, same thing that we're using for Ethereum, Axelar GMP. We're using something similar with Octopus. Now, Octopus doesn't have the general message passing that Axelar has yet, but they're heading towards that point. But that will allow us to really do privacy as a service with Near. So, and then Octopus is planning to integrate. We just did a Twitter Spaces with them yesterday. They're planning to integrate all these other blockchains, so Secret will be able to be used privacy as a service on all of these blockchains with Octopus. Same with Axelar.
What is Octopus? I've never heard of Octopus.
They are a Chinese company, well, I don't know if they're a U.S. company with a Chinese genius as one of their founders, and they're basically creating these bridges between chains. They're very focused on collaboration and the fact that Cosmos is really good at playing together. IBC is like a good system, but not everybody's in Cosmos. Most people are not. And so it's really, really difficult to create an interface between two different blockchains. So we can talk about interoperability all we want, but the developer who has to actually use two different blockchains and make them talk to each other has a very big problem on their hands. And Octopus is solving that problem in a general way so that any developer can use Octopus to access different blockchains.
That's interesting. That is interesting. And for those new to crypto, it may not be that interesting, but let me tell you, that's a big, big deal. That's a big, big deal.
Especially when we talk about the blockchain wars versus the blockchain collaboration.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to be working with Octopus so that Secret Networks privacy as a service can be available across loads and loads of blockchains.
Yes, and in addition to that, I've really honed our focus over the last couple of months towards developers and hackathons. So we've done a number of hackathons. We were at ETH Rome, for example. We were at ETH Toronto. And then we did the Akash hackathon. Right now we're part of the Shade Perp, Perpetual Contract hackathon. And then coming up this is the exciting one. For ETH Denver, we're not actually going to be part of ETH Denver, but we are doing a virtual hackathon leading up to ETH Denver and putting a lot of effort into that. There will be education. So if any developer wants to develop on Secret, we'll help them get up to speed on, some developers know Solidity and need to know Rust. We'll help them get up to speed on how to build with privacy, how to call the Secret API, all of these things that developers need in order to be successful building something. So we'll be putting a lot of workshops together and big prizes for developers who come. And I think that's the thing that I'm most excited about is that hackathon in February leading up to ETH Denver.
Right. Okay. And the point of the hackathon is for people to come along and check the code, test the code for bugs, try and penetrate it, find the gaps.
No, it's not a bounty. It's more of a building. We will suggest different areas of things that people can build, but really it's just building an idea that needs privacy. So for example, poker game, right? A poker game, if you can see other people's hands, it doesn't work. There's no fun without privacy either.
Yeah.
There's no play. So a poker game, or perhaps you want to build a private voting mechanism for a DAO, so you can't see other people's votes. Or we have a random number generator, so maybe you want to generate a random dice game. There's a lot of different applications that you could think of. I mentioned the medical one as well. So there's a lot of different applications that would be really interesting for us to see as part of a hackathon. We had a lot of submissions actually in our last hackathon. We had, I think, 6 of them, and then the one before that we had like 10. So there's just so many use cases for privacy, and we love all of them. We usually try to reward everybody who did something valuable, because it's just so exciting to us to see these developers coming into our space.
Yes, no, that's fair. And that does incentivize them to give up their time to design privacy-focused apps. Well, I'm glad I said that, so I understood it. It's not one of the ones where you're looking for bugs. You're actually looking to create something.
Yes.
What to build on it. Okay, very good. And again, I'll have a link to the website.
Another exciting area is our grants program. We're relaunching our grants program. It kind of shut down over the crypto winter, but we'll be relaunching it end of this month, I think. Actually, next week we'll post the announcement, so you heard it here first. And actually, I have another very interesting piece of news that probably will be out by the time you publish this. So we're working on the inflation at Secret Network. We're actually releasing an initial lower inflation while we take time to evaluate our tokenomics at a deeper level. And I think that will help the overall ecosystem and perhaps the token price, not financial advice. And there could be some benefits to lowering the inflation and increasing the value of the tokenomics.
Right.
So heard it here first.
Yes. Oh, very good. Okay. All right. Anything else you want to let us know?
Yes, Labs has released the secret product roadmap recently. So if you want to know what's coming, there's a lot coming. There's a lot we want to build. It's all in the roadmap. You can find it on our Twitter. And please follow us on Twitter. We also encourage developers to join Galaxy, Galaxe, because we have mini quests in there, and you can earn secret by joining Galaxy and completing those quests.
Okay, great. And I'll have the links in the description below to the website where they can find out about the roadmap that's on the website, and also Twitter and Telegram, and people can, ask their questions and everything. And anything else that we haven't touched upon before we finish up?
Oh, there's so much that we haven't talked about, so I think we'll just have to have a follow-up conversation.
Not a problem at all.
But I really appreciate your interest in Secret Network, and I hope your followers are as excited about it as we are, and look forward to seeing them in our forums.
Yes. No, Lisa, thank you. And it isn't for nothing that I've held on to my secret since 2018, all right?
Yeah.
But people, you want to do your own research and check it all out, and don't put any more than you can afford to lose in this or any other project, including Bitcoin, gold, and silver. Lisa, thank you so much. All the links will be in the description below. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with privacy and with freedom. It's Crypto Rich and Crypto Lisa signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.
Thank you.